everybody, and welcome back to Jake Sports World. I know I've been gone for a little bit, but I was gathering some evidence, and I was making an Easter special that is coming out on Sunday. I hope you guys are going to really enjoy that. As for now, we've got some breaking news to get into. If you would, please subscribe to the channel right there, and leave a like and a comment down in the comment section below. Make sure to turn on that bell as well as we get into some breaking news. And foremost, I want to take a moment and give my deepest condolences to the Haskins family, as earlier this week, me especially, and the entire NFL and many other people around the world mourn the passing of Dwayne Haskins Jr., who was struck by a dump truck in South Florida. Haskins had an amazing college career and was drafted by the Washington Redskins at the time, but they're now the Washington Commanders. He was one of the better quarterbacks that I believe that could have started in this league, and he was going to fight for a position at starter in Pittsburgh with Mitchell Trubisky. He was on a team trip with Trubisky, Najee Harris, and Chase Claypool when he was found wandering in the middle of a freeway and where he was struck by that vehicle and was pronounced passed away on the scene. When I heard this news, I was very sad, and words can't describe the player that he was. And this man was not only a great quarterback in my belief, but he was a teammate, a friend, a family member to many people. And it's tragic to see just him gone too early. Gone but not forgotten, Dwayne. See you in heaven. Let's get into some breaking news here. Via Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero, the Indianapolis Colts are signing star defensive back Stephon Gilmore to a 2-year, $23 million deal on contract. This is a big move by Indianapolis. The Colts organization said that they were going to bring in someone big, a big star veteran player. A lot of Colts fans and executives around the league, including myself, thought that it was going to realistically be Tyrann Mathieu, that veteran that they were going to bring in. Tyrann Mathieu was projected to go to the Colts a couple times by a lot of different reporters, and I really did think that it was going to be Tyrann Mathieu. It ends up being Stephon Gilmore. So now this is very interesting that I did not know about until this morning of the signing. The Colts sent out a private jet to North Carolina to pick up Gilmore and bring him to the Colts facility, and where they met, and the following day a deal was done. Was this a good move by Indianapolis? Should they have gone after Tyrann Mathieu instead of Stephon Gilmore? Do you think Gilmore is going to do good in Indianapolis? Do you think 2-year, $23 million deal is enough, or overpaying for a guy in the veteran talent that Stephon Gilmore has? And honestly, do you think Stephon Gilmore would have fitted in a different defense? Tell me what you think in the comments below as we get into some other breaking news out of Green Bay, as the Green Bay Packers are signing former Bills, Chiefs, and Ravens wide receiver Sammy Watkins to a 1-year, $4 million contract. Via Tom Pelissero, the Colts, Eagles, and Browns were all interested in Sammy Watkins, but he ultimately chose Green Bay to play with Aaron Rodgers, and now he's part of the Go Nation. Watkins will more than likely be the starting wide receiver in Green Bay this upcoming season, unless the Packers want to make a splash in the wide receiver market. Now, this is a very interesting move to me by the Green Bay Packers. I definitely thought that after trading Devontae Adams, I thought realistically a DK Metcalf, AJ Brown, Deebo Samuel situation could happen for the Packers, and it's still possible. It's still possible if they're still shopping in the wide receiver market. I honestly thought that Sammy Watkins was going to sign with the Cleveland Browns, and Jarvis Landry was going to go to the Packers. Now, it's still very possible that Jarvis Landry signs with the Green Bay Packers, but there's a lot of rumors he wants to go back to Cleveland to play with Deshaun Watson. I personally think this is a good move by Green Bay. They're hurting at the wide receiver position after getting rid of Davante Adams. I feel like there's a little frustration with Aaron Rodgers, and he wanted a star wide receiver. He's not going to get a really star wide receiver, but he's going to get a solid wide receiver that I think is going to do really good in Green Bay. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you think a 1-year, $4 million deal was more than enough, or do you think they underpaid for Sammy Watkins and he just wanted to get signed somewhere and he wanted to play with Aaron Rodgers? That's why he took such a low of an amount and only for a 1-year contract. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I personally think that they underpaid for him. He's a good wide receiver, solid. I think he's also could be a backup there if things play out in the way I see. I could see OBJ going to Green Bay. I still see Jarvis Landry still being able to go to Green Bay. Maybe a trade for DK Metcalf, AJ Brown, Deebo Samuel. Those are still all possibilities for the Green Bay Packers in the Go Pack Go Nation. Good job, Green Bay. You've got yourselves another wide receiver. As let's go to some other breaking news. As this shocked me via Ian Rappaport and Mike Garafolo. The Las Vegas Raiders are extending star quarterback Derek Carr to terms on a 3-year, $121.5 million deal on contract. This deal includes a no-trade clause, which is very smart by Las Vegas. I am very glad that they added that into the deal. That is probably one of the more smarter deals of this season so far by extending a player. I think this is probably by far my favorite and by far the most smartest for Las Vegas. Let's get into some more. Big splash for Vegas. I thought eventually they were going to extend Carr. I thought this is a little too early to extend him. I understand he wants to get paid, and he was coming up onto his last year on contract, and I could see why they wanted to pay him. Maybe he was requesting for some money. He got his money, and so Derek Carr said in a press conference, which this is probably the funniest thing that I've heard all season, I'm either going to be a Raider or I'm going to be playing golf. Well, it's easy to say, Derek, that you can go ahead and put those golf clubs away for a good minute as you're not going anywhere and you're still going to be a Raider as you're there for the next 3 years with a no-trade clause. I think that is a very smart move by Las Vegas. They're going to have Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr is going to love it. Loves staying in Las Vegas. He's now got a wide receiver one in Davante Adams. He's still got a very good tight end in Darren Waller, a good running back in Josh Jacobs, and still good backup wide receivers in Hunter Renfrow. And if everything checks out, we could see Henry Ruggs back in a Raider uniform if the NFL allows him back in the league and if everything checks out for the man. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you think the Raiders overpaid for Derek Carr? And this makes him a top 5 paid, the highest paid quarterback in the league, and he's on the top 5 list for highest paid quarterback in the NFL right now. And I honestly think, that they have one of the higher paid wide receivers in the league. They have now Derek Carr, who is top 5 and highest paid quarterbacks in the league. I think they have a pretty good asset on offense, a lot of good assets on the defense. Max Crosby, they got Chandler Jones. I think they still got a pretty good secondary, Jonathan Abram, back there to lead the way. And, I really think that this Raider team is going to be changing the game next year, and this AFC West keeps loading up. And now, especially that Carr is going to be saying, you guys got some trouble in the Chargers, Broncos, and Chiefs. I think Raiders are taking that division. Alright, guys, tell me what you guys think about all the news in the comments below. And tell me, do you think that all the deals that have been happening so far, do you think that they are good? Do you think they are bad? Tell me what you think in the comments below. As thank you guys for being so patient for me to upload again. This is going to start being a daily thing again as I was waiting for some good NFL news. I was trying to get bits and pieces together for the Easter special, which will be coming out on Sunday. Thank you guys, and I will see you all in episode number 9. See ya. subscribe for cookies.